In Acts 2, Luke tells us what was happening when the Feast of Pentecost had concluded. In one of 3 Jewish pilgrimage holidays, the people had gathered from all over many nations to celebrate the Feast of Pentecost, also known as the Feast of Weeks. The Hebrew word for 7 was Sheva, and the weeks was Shavuot. And exactly 7 weeks after the harvest of barley, they would go and present their first fruits of their first crop to the Lord. Since the Shavuot occurs 50 days after the Passover, the Greek translators of the Torah called it Pentecost because the Greek translation means 50th and refers to the timing of the festival after Passover. After the celebration, the apostles were gathered in their headquarters in the upper room, meeting and praying when they heard a loud noise and driving wind and saw tongues of fire rest on each of them, and they were filled with the Holy Spirit. The proof of this was that these Aramaic-speaking men were now being heard in Latin and other languages that people from all those foreign nations could understand. They were all able now to go and boldly proclaim the gospel without fear and hesitation and reach these far corners of the world, thereby spreading Christianity. I'm fascinated by the Holy Spirit. He is the love that the Father and the Son have for one another poured out on us. If you have been baptized in the Spirit, you have the same power the apostles received that day. I'm leading a class right now helping people discern their gifts, also known as charisms, that the Holy Spirit has given them. 1 Corinthians tells us that there are many different gifts. Some have estimated 23 different gifts. But there's only one Spirit that gives them, and the gifts that God, the Holy Spirit, has given you will manifest for the benefit of others, because these gifts are not for ourselves, but to build up God's kingdom. And so today we celebrate the Christian Feast of Pentecost on the 7th Sunday after Easter. One thing we do well in America is celebrate events with the opening of gifts. And although Christmas and Easter are better known celebrations, I think we overlook Pentecost. It is such a significant celebration. Where would we be without the Holy Spirit? We'd be spiritually powerless. I want to encourage you to unwrap the gift that the Holy Spirit has given you. Remember last week I talked to you about the gift that has been given and sits on a shelf, never used and maybe even never opened? Well, it's time to take it down and learn to use it and do as the apostles did and go and boldly proclaim the love of Jesus Christ with the same Holy Spirit that was given to the apostles. If you have questions about how to do that, please contact me to learn more.